Hello, good morning everybody. My name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Sunday morning. Sunday, I've got no plans for today. I'm going to stay at home and try and relax. It's very hot inside this flat. Outside it's wet, damp, rainy. So I've got up. I was woken up by the Alexa's alarm at 7:20, and I put that on there, so that's me waking myself up, because I want to take Max out before 10 o'clock. So it's been a difficult weekend. It's not been very nice at all. All I'm doing is being me and just going onto the internet, trying to make friends, speak to people, and we've got somebody trying to stop it. Right? So I've got every right to have my opinion, to speak, and someone's trying to stop me talking, being myself and having a personality, which is not fair. It's absolutely not fair at all. Now, I'm just not mentioning or having anything to do with people that are bullying me, harassing me. I don't want to mention them. I don't want to talk about them. But on Monday, when the weekend is over, and later on Monday, I'll be releasing the video where I was talking to the police about what's been going on. Because this is absolutely ridiculous. The bullying, the harassment in my own home, where I'm not allowed to live in peace and quiet. Treating me like I'm a trash can, and reminded me of things that happened to my sister, because they're going down my YouTube video, they're absolutely a psychopath. They're also a sadist pig, and I'm not interested in them at all. They've just got it in their head that I'm, I wouldn't touch them with a barge pole, to be honest. So that they're just fantasizing in their head, which gangstalkers do. If it's a solo gangstalker, they can imagine they're having a relationship with you in their head, and then when you back away and don't have anything to do with them, they become very, very nasty, including violent behaviour, aggressive words, following you on your social media, spreading rumours. It's got to that stage, the stage where they've got the message. I don't want them, I'm not interested, and now they're getting spiteful and nasty. I'm having my parcels opened. I've had parcels stolen. They're calling me names on the internet, which I'm clearly not, and just being really nasty and aggressive, and they need to be punished. If it means spending a spell in prison to stop this behaviour, I'm happy with that. It's non-stop. It's every day. I'm not answering any messages. I don't want to speak to them. Then I've got a message on my email from apparently a woman called Jill. You know that somebody because I'm not going with men, they're calling me a lesbian, right? They're calling me a lesbian because I won't submit to their disgusting behaviour. So I had an email from a Jill, which is a woman's name, and it could be a man masquerading as a woman. That's what a woman's got to be afraid of. So I had an email from a woman called Jill, and I'm going to try and find it so that I can actually read it out to you, because this harassment is getting ridiculous. It really is. I've got to find it first. It's yesterday or the day before. I just hope the police can find out who this is by an IP address or something. It's Jill. They know my name. It was sent on my sister's birthday. Get out of the way. Sorry, something covering it up. Hi, Crystal. It's Jill. I follow you on YouTube. I hope you are well. I haven't been on TikTok lately. Thank you for being so strong for us all. I would give you my phone number if you ever want to chat on WhatsApp, but I'm quite reserved. Just to chat about everyday things life gets. It's not easy when we live alone, although I do enjoy my independence. I deleted TikTok. It's a big app and I don't use it much. Stay strong. Would be lovely to hear from you. Bye for now, Jill. So it's somebody that watches my YouTube, and if it's genuine, that's nice, right? But I met a guy off of YouTube, right, when I was living at my old flat about 7-8 years ago, and he became obsessed with me, and we talked on WhatsApp, and he put a picture up on his profile of a dog, and then he just incessantly calling me like all the time, jamming up my WhatsApp, and just wouldn't stop. So I had to block him on WhatsApp. It was like they'd got to talk to me 24 hours a day, knowing where I was, what I was doing. So I blocked him on WhatsApp. He had come out to my flat. He'd been in, not this one, he'd been out to my flat. He was a YouTuber. He blew up balloons. And then he came out to my flat and he appeared completely normal. He gave me bags of balloons. He gave me that purple balloon, and we chatted. But I thought like he was like playing some sort of game. I'm not saying he was, but it felt like that, because he was like sitting up close to me and he was saying things that was like, you know, I've just met you. Why are you coming that close to me? Why are you saying things like that? I've just met you. And I shouldn't have invited this guy to my flat. I should not. But he appeared to be like friendly, a lot younger than me. I think he was in his late 20s, early 30s, something like that. And but I think it's all part of it. Like it's stemming from somewhere, like somebody sending these people out because they want to try it on. Everything turns out to do with sex, when a person like me just wants somebody to talk to, a friend to start with, and then it turns into sex very quickly. Like they'll come out and they'll try it on, and you know, you just want to go on a date, you want to chat, you want to meet somebody, and it turned into that, like jumping on me on the first date. Anyway, this guy came out once to my flat. I met him on YouTube because there's a ballooning community, people that pop and blow balloons, etc. And I thought it might have been nice to make a friend, like, and maybe do balloon videos together. But it turned into sex, didn't it? I didn't do anything with this guy. He just stayed in my flat for about 4 hours and he left. He had unkempt appearance. He had like pet hairs on his jumper. He was very untidy and he appeared messy. Do you know what I mean? And he walked out of my flat. It's a bloke. When I blocked him, because he communicated with me, and I'm a very upfront person. I don't tell lies. If someone's doing something wrong, I tell them, and it does get me into trouble. And this guy didn't like what I said, and he told me so, and he said that he even considered doing me harm. That's what he said. Then, while I was speaking to him on WhatsApp, he tried to get me to talk to his elderly mother, and she must have been in her 70s. And he said, "Oh, my mum would like you," and he sent me a picture of his mother, and he tried to get me to talk to his elderly mother, and I didn't want to. So that stopped. Then I was going round to my mum's a lot. I was going round to my mother's, and when my dad passed away, so I think this guy's been stalking me on the internet. I went to my mother's, and my dad had passed away, and I had a telegram message. Will you accept me? And it was the guy I'd met off of YouTube, and I'd blocked him on WhatsApp. So I accepted his message because I wanted to know what he wanted. And he'd sent me pictures of himself in a pair of dirty tracksuit bottoms and explicit messages. And my dad had just passed away, and I wasn't in the mood for that, so I blocked him on Telegram. So it could be this chap that's like angry with me because I've blocked him and won't speak to him. But as far as I know, he got engaged to a large lady, very nice large lady, and they went to Blue Water together. And this guy's moved away from where he was living, a long way away from me, but I'm still being harassed on a 24-hour basis by somebody that just can't leave me alone. It's getting to the point where I can't live in this flat anymore, and I have got an appointment with the police, and I have made a complaint to the social services, because if someone is abusing adults, then that adult needs to be safeguarded. And they came out, the social services, and I've got the woman's name, and if they're related to somebody that is stalking me, then they need to be removed from their job. If people in authority, in jobs, are fucking, like the chemist, when I go in there, they're talking like the pervert. They're talking like the perverts, and they're doing it deliberately on TikTok. So I'm going to go into my TikTok now and see if someone sent me any messages.
Lived with his own mother for over 20 years, but when people found out what the two of them were doing...
Let's go into activity. Strange people subscribing to my channel. The last message we got was from Robert Kin. Robert, hello. Asking me if I live alone, which is going to get shown to the police. But we haven't had anything else, fortunately.
Inside that house, it was so disturbing that
right.
The police were called immediately. Jonas,
So, but somebody's watching my YouTube obviously, and listening to what I'm saying, which in a way is a good thing, but they're becoming too obsessive. Like they want to turn something that's social media into a personal relationship, and I don't want a relationship with anybody, not a man or a woman, right? So what Jill is a woman's name, but believe you me, these people can be traced by their mobile phone and their IP address. Even if you can't, Max, find them. Max, what's a bird? Bird landed. A bird. My goodness, it's a bird, Max. It's a pigeon. It's a pigeon. Max, pigeon has landed on the balcony. Pigeon crash landed on the balcony. So at 8 o'clock in the morning, there's activity outside the flats. Activity. 8 o'clock in the morning. It sounds like a woman's voice. I told you I was contacted by Jill. I'm a woman. So they've written to me, Crystal, this Jill. Just can hear a woman's voice outside the window. 8 o'clock in the morning. A lot of people are up on a Sunday. Round here anyway. So it's just becoming ridiculous. It really is. So when I came back from walking Max last night, there were young people in the building messing around with the door just down. You know, when you go down the stairs, there's a door. They were messing with that door. There's already 2 doors being damaged, the internal door and the front door. They're not shutting properly, and now they seem to be messing with another door. Got a fascination with doors for some reason. Now I had to come into the building and walk past these individuals, which was not only scary, it was, you shouldn't have to do that. They're what they're doing is they're hanging around downstairs when I'm coming out in the evening, and they're hanging around when I'm coming back. And there is one of them that's got an electric moped that is hanging around during lunchtime. So when I'm on the balcony, this moped releases toxic exhaust fumes. And the first time I noticed it, the kid was actually driving on the pavement underneath the balcony. And every time I go out, it's releasing toxic exhaust fumes. And this is another thing gangstalkers do. They try and make you sick so you can't leave your home. Like they're jealous. They don't want you to leave the building. So I've gone out twice, and these kids have been hovering about up and down the road. I just want to move, and I've got another incident number. I added the incident yesterday to that incident number. I am going to be writing an email to Medway Council, telling them, giving them the crime number, telling them that this is getting ridiculous, that I can't live in this building. I can't move. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing. So what are they doing it for? Who's telling them to do this? Who's telling them? Who's orchestrating it? And leaving magazines on the floor. What is all that about? What's it all about? What's it all about? When you stay quiet, guys, and you shut your mouth, and you've got a life, you know what I mean, a life that's crap. You just sit there like one of their clones. You sit there, don't open your mouth, don't speak. I can only imagine that someone's been committing crimes or masquerading as myself. Doesn't want me to come out of the flat. I used to go to my mum's, right, for 5 hours. 5 hours and leave this flat unattended. Yeah, leave it unattended. That's what I used to do. Leave it unattended. I don't know what was going on in that time scale. But my mum obviously thought there was someone coming into the flat. And my son said something once. He said, "Mum, this flat isn't safe for children, is it?" I went, "No, it's not. I have tablets. I've got tablets. I take strong tablets. It's not child friendly, no." And I said that. I said it's not child friendly. My medication is on the table. So why would people? So I think someone's been coming inside my flat without permission, and obviously they can see what you're living like, which isn't a fucking palace. It's not a palace at all. It's just my residence, you know. I live by myself. I get pissed off sometimes, and there's a lot of like bits and pieces about. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? So, no, I wouldn't say it's child friendly. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1957, John Lennon and Paul McCartney met for the first time as teenagers at a church fete. Lennon asked McCartney to join his band. McCartney said yes, and the pair went on to achieve moderate success.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. It's 8:02 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Sunday, the 6th of July.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
Right now in Rochester, it's 18 degrees Celsius with partly sunny skies. Today's forecast has lots of clouds and thunderstorms, with a high of 22 degrees and a low of 13 degrees. Also, there's a yellow warning for thunderstorms in effect until Sunday, 6th of July, 7 p.m.
We're going to have some thunderstorms, are we? Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
How did Scrooge end up with the football? The ghost of Christmas past.
Alexa, which celebrity was born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 6th of July include George W. Bush, Dalai Lama, Sylvester Stallone, 50 Cent, and Frida Kahlo.
Oh, dearie me. So even at 8 o'clock, people are hovering about near where I live, making noise. And the car alarm that went off yesterday, I don't have a car. I don't own a car. So how can my car alarm go off when I haven't got one? And I was called a fat man. A fat man yesterday. When in fact they're probably the fat man. They're probably a fat man calling me a fat man. Because that's the way the cookie crumbles when somebody feels insecure about themselves. They call, and probably they've been called it, so they call me it instead. Do you know what I mean? It's insecure people with insecure personalities take their troubles and their crap out on somebody else. Now, I get called a load of names, but I don't transfer that onto somebody else. I don't go outside, you know what I mean, and start taking my misery out on other people. I just want to walk my dog and be left alone. That's all. See you later, guys.